Great. So welcome everybody. Welcome to this month's class on Canva, and it's going to be about web design as I've rightly advertised. So without much ado, I will just get right into it. Basically, we all know what website is. One is right here in front of us, Canva's website, and it's actually easy to do website in Canva. Most people don't even know that feature is possible on Canva, but I'll show you how and how simple it is to do one. Before I go on, I would like to show you a website that I have created in Canva, and every bit of this website is functional. So if I click on anything here, it takes me to where it's supposed to take me. For instance, if I want you to go to my TikTok, if I click that, you see it's popped up another window that leads you to my TikTok, and I'm going to be showing you how you can do that for many purposes. You can use it for your personal business, for anything, business, personal, portfolio, anything at all. You can even have your stuff. For instance, let's assume this was a portfolio website. You can have your portfolio linked to maybe one of those buttons, and your portfolio may just be a folder on your Google Drive or some other place. So without much ado, I'm going to take my camera off so that I won't be in the way, and then we can get on with it. A new tab and went to canva.com, and then we went to create a design, and then we scroll down to websites, and from websites we can see different options. But if I click on this, it's going to take me to a blank page, and in this blank page I can begin to do whatever I want. So we want to do a very dynamic one, something close to what we had in the example that I shared. This class is not supposed to take too long a time, so I'll try and keep it brief as possible so that I can have room for questions and some other things that I would like to share in the end. So first I went to element on the tab on the left, and I'll go to my videos. I'm looking for a video that is good and smooth, that is not too distracting, that I can use as a background. So I'm going to look for something that maybe has 3D background, and I'll just place my mouse on it to see how the motion in it is, if it's interesting enough for me, if it's something I want to work with as a background. Remember, it must be subtle enough that it's not distracting. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, this is not bad. So I'll do something. I'll pick a color from here and make it the background color. So I'll click on the background, click on this, click the color picker, take the color picker, and I'll take one of the darkest colors there. And the reason for this is because I want to make this transparent so that it's not as overwhelming as it is right now. So I'll draw it down, and I can say replace background, so it becomes part of the background. I see that the blue is a bit too much, so what I can do is to change the background color again by clicking on this image. I'm clicking on the background color, and I can come back here and change my color to something slightly darker. Yeah, and I can come back to this video also and make it even more faint, so it's not distracting. Let's say we're doing this for somebody who's trying to do his own link in bio as well. So what we'll do is, let's look for an image of let's go back from videos. Under our elements, just type man, or let's use woman. So I'm going to go to photos. I'm looking for, okay, let's use this woman here, and I am going to reduce the picture. I can put it to this side, and I'm going to create a new page also, so that we can have a feel of what we've done so far and see how we're progressing. It's always good to give yourself a sense of accomplishment after every step in the work. So I always go to preview on the top right here. It just gives you a preview of what it's going to look like as a website, and you can scroll also to see. At the same time, you can also watch what it's going to look like on your mobile, which is this icon here. So you can see it's going to centralize this woman and bring us here when we scroll. So we can close this and go back here. I'm going to crop our image so she's not too much in our face. I can look for a frame to keep her in. Element, let's clear this frame. Let's look for the circular frame. I drag a picture in there and put it over here. Can scale that down. Can give it an outline and change the color of the outline to maybe yellow. Now let's do a lighter blue. Yeah. Okay. So now we want to now populate this with links, actual links that we can go to. So for this, I will be using examples of links in our group. So for instance, she has created this YouTube video and she wants to put it up. I'll copy this link and I'll come here. I want people to be able to click on the button to reach her. Okay, so my shortcut for going to bring up a rectangle is to press R on the keyboard. I'll just press the R button, and I'm going to type in tutorial, or just a video tutorial, and I'll move this aside. Before we get there, we want to have a section where we just basically just say something about who this person is. So the shortcut for that to type a text out is either you go to text here and click heading and all of that, but usually just to work fast, I just type on I press the keyboard key T, and I begin to type. So my name is Esther. Or let's do it with more style. Let's say Esther Williams. I can also break that into two, align it to the left, and bring it closer here, make it bold, make it big. I can then continue with another, either duplicate this or tile or press T on the keyboard again. I can reduce that, sorry. And I'll type in whatever I want. I'm going to make this regular, not bold. Okay. I am a fashion designer who loves to use Canva. I can align this to the left and bring this in like this. So now let's have a sense of accomplishment again. Let's go to preview and see what this looks like. How beautiful is this? And we have not even finished yet. We're just scratching the surface. So we'll go back by closing this. Or before we go back, let's look at what it looks like on desktop. We can scroll down. So I'm going to close this. So which means I can type my own description, whatever I want to write, you know, blah, blah, blah. I can put them there. So now I want to send people to my video tutorial. Remember, we went to the group earlier to bring up the link to this. So I'm going to copy it again, copy link, going back here. And here I'm going to type, I've already typed video tutorial. I'll make it slightly bigger, the font inside, bigger. I'm going to then right click and link this button. So when I link this button, I'm going to get options as to where I want it to be linked to. Now by default, you will see things you've done before on Canva. For instance, this was the website I showed you. It's asking if I want to link this work there, but that's not what I want to do. So for the first thing, this place is, let me just type something so that this option can leave our face. I'll go back there and say edit link. So in editing link, what I wanted to show you is that the first one is the link that you actually copied, but I didn't want the options to be in the way. I wanted you to see that up. So I'm going to delete what is there now, and the link I've copied, I'll paste it, and I would say done. Now I'll come back here and remove the underline. I may want to also round the corners of my button. So this is what I will do. Come up here and round the button corner like this, and I will then make duplicates. How I'm making that duplicate, I'm going to tell you. I'll go back. I'm holding on my option key and shift. So in the case of people on Windows, it will be you holding your shift and your alt, and then you drag. And I will repeat that by pressing Command D, but for you to be Control D on the Windows. So those are places I want people to go to. This place is looking a little bit blank, so we can fill it with some text. So we can ask AI to help us do that. So let me bring up that. So magic rights. How did I get here? I'm so sorry. I didn't explain how I got here. So many times when I'm looking for something, I don't want to get into the details of going down here. I just basically on my keyboard press the / key, and I type whatever I'm looking for. So I know there's something called AI write, so I just type write, and it brings the magic write for me. So I'll click on that, and I'll tell it that write something for the hero section of my fashion and Canva blog website. I'll say generate. Okay. Thank you for writing so much. So you can just copy all of this, right click, copy, and then I'll just tell it to insert it in any case. So I'm going to reduce the size of this and bring it here. This is too much for anybody to read on a website, so I'll just it's a dummy text. We're not working with it for a fact. So I'll just put this here, increase the spacing for readability. I'll increase it a little bit more. So I'm trying to let it rhyme with the top of this text and the bottom. So that's why I'm pushing it in and increasing it here. Yes. So we have the first link here. Now if you click on it, you'll see that this pops up, and this also, they are all carrying the same link to the same place. Let's have a feel of accomplishment once more. Let's go to preview. This is what our website is looking like. If I click on this now, it takes me to that YouTube channel where that video is. So I'm going to video class, close this, and go back to our work. So it's just to show you that the link works. Let's see what it looks like in mobile view. Now in mobile view, we can see that she's now to one side, and the text next to her and the buttons next to her. Next will be, let's add other links to these other ones, and this one I can say my, well, I don't need to say I can just say Facebook. I can say Twitter or Hex or whatever it is called now, and I can come to the next page, and I can actually, on a website in Canva, I'm going to change the color of the background. I can actually embed a video directly on my website that I'm doing. So I'll go to element, I'll just look for a sample video. I'll go to video. Yes, I'll look for one that has human figures in them, and I'll click on it to add there. Now I'm zooming out so that we can have a full view of it, and I can scale this out to fill the screen area completely. So now when we go to preview, we don't only have the description at the top and the buttons, then the next we'll see a video. How cool is that? That's so cool. So we can see it here, and we can go on and on and on like that and add more pages. I can come to this place and add another page, and in this page I can say maybe I want to write something else, you know, like those things we copied earlier. I can paste here. I can align them to the left. Let me reduce the text. This is too lengthy. Then I can look for an image or even another video. Let's try this video. Looks cool. I can crop it, bring it to the side. Now, I think the idea is clear already of the fact that it is possible to build a website in Canva, and that what is next will be, so how do I get this functioning? How do I get this on the web? Don't worry, just calm down. I will explain. As they usually say in videos, calm down, I will explain. Okay, so we have video on this page. You can add a title to this. I can align this to the left. So we'll go to our preview again and scroll down. How beautiful is this? Go back to our mobile view, and that's just how easy it is. So easy to do in Canva. Before we publish our website, there was something I didn't do with these buttons. I didn't link the Facebook, and I didn't link the Twitter. And I can change the button. I can change it to anything I want. Any element you can use in Canva, you can actually apply them here. For instance, let's animate this picture frame and the name. So I'll click on this on group first of all, and I'll go to animate. I'm looking for something that looks nice. Yes, I think I like the baseline. I can increase the speed or slow it down a little. Okay, I think I'll slow it down. Yeah, slow it down, and I can make this come from the right at the same time. Great. Then this can pop. I want the pop to come in slowly. All right, good. So if we preview now, that's exactly what it's going to do. And we can scroll through our websites that we have made. So how do we link things even within page? For instance, let's add another page here. I just duplicated that one. Let me do add page instead of duplicate, add page. And in adding page, let me close this. I want to create a button that links me back to the top. So let me just copy one of these buttons and come here. And what I want this button to do is to go back to the home page, which is the top, or let's just write it expressly, back to top. I can center this in the middle of this page. Yeah. And what I'll then do is, when I'm right clicking, I'll say edit link because I'm copying one that I've already linked. What I'll then do is to remove all of this and say go to page 1. If you look at what is written here, it says pages in this document. So I'm linking it to page 1, and I'll say done. So now if I click on this in preview, it should take me back to the top. So let's scroll all the way down and say back to the top. That's how easy it is. also here. Let's scroll all the way down and click back to the top. So um, we were about to add links to this, so I'm going to edit this also again. And here I know my Facebook link goes to facebook.com. If you're not sure, you can just open your page or whatever link you want it to link back to, and paste the link here rather than type it one by one. Facebook.com / the Canva Geek. I know that's where mine leads to. I'm very sure of it. So I'll say done. My Twitter also, I'll click on this to edit, or I right click and say edit page, edit link. Either ways. And I'll say, oh, is it x.com now? Let me just assume it's x.com / sorry, I'm supposed to delete what was there. x.com / the Canva Geek. And I'll say done. Now, if I say preview, and I scroll down to where the links are, I can click on my Twitter, and it's opening the X page for me. Let's see. Awesome. It's showing my page. It's showing my page. Okay, so I'll close that so we can get back to work. Let's see what it looks like here. So we need to get rid of this underline. So I'll close this. Just select the two of them, go to underline and remove the underline. I can make the text bolder, and I can change the color maybe to white. No, not white. Let's use the blue that was there, the dark blue. So obviously and clearly so far, it shows that you can do anything with your website, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. So now the next thing will be, how can you, even on this group now, visit this thing I've done in Canva? I'll just click on publish website, and on publish websites there are actually options. You can publish this website. You can also take this further by hosting it on a domain, but that's not our focus today. What I want to show you is how to publish this website. But before I publish, I like to open the publish setting. In the publish setting, I like to also put some description. This is what makes your website optimized and easy to see by people on the internet. So add some description there. This is what I do, blah blah blah. For the sake of being a demo, I'm going to take this down. I'm not going to leave this up, but I'm just telling you what you can do here. You write the description there, or let's just paste what we already copied earlier, or copy what is here as our text. Go to publish, and under publish, go to publish settings. We'll paste whatever it is we wanted to paste here, and then we'll say publish website. Now it's taking its time to prepare our design for being viewed outside. So it's saying congratulations to us, our website is live. So I can copy this link, or I can say view website. I can scroll through on the preview. This is how super easy it is to create a website in Canva. So I've copied the link that is here, and I can share that with you on the group. Paste this on the group. I'm going to tell them, see what we did in class. Maybe say visit our website. So I'm going to wait for people to click on this, and then you can come back and tell me what you see. How is it going so far, guys? Any questions?
So it's awesome, awesome.
Thank you. Okay.
iPhone. I never knew I could design. I could create a website through Canva. using Canva.
Okay.
But it's like I'm looking as I'm seeing the process, as I'm looking at the process, I'm very, very, very surprised. So,
Okay, great. I'm
but
happy. I'm happy you
but
can see how
I'll
easy
try.
it
I'll
is.
also try to.
Okay, great. So you already you can tell what this can be applied to. This can be applied to your business, to whatever. For instance, on that one that I shared with you earlier, which is my home, if I click on work with me, for instance, what I did was my WhatsApp business link. When you open a WhatsApp business, it gives you a link. That's what I put on that link. So anytime anybody clicks it, it pops up with this. And then if I click on this, it will open my WhatsApp chat such that we can now chat and we get talking. So it can be anything. It can be anything you are linking to. Another way to take this a bit further is you can take this link and use a website like bit.ly to convert your link to a more simple link to visit. Because if you see what we have here, I copied the link here. Let me paste it here. For me to now make any further adjustments in this to show, and I want it to show, I have to edit the design and I'll have to paste whatever I want to paste here. Let's say that's what I want to show. Let me edit the link. Is this is the words I want to show. So now if I go back to the website, to the website, I cannot see this there until I republish the website again. Then this will show up there. So I think what I was just trying to say is that you can make anything using this Canva website options. You can link anything to anywhere. Like we link this one to the bottom. We could as well say this button will be linking to this page. For instance, let's even add one. Let's say what I love to do. Let's make this bold and let's make a duplicate of this button, for instance, and I'll say what I love doing. Now I may not even make it look like the other buttons. I can change the color, can do anything I want with it, but I can then now say edit this link. Instead of going to this place, I can delete what is there, clear what is there, and I'll link it to the last page. I mean to the third page where there's a write-up. Say done. So if we go to preview, what I love doing will take us to this page. Maybe I want them to read this and then listen to what is said in this video. So that's how easy it is to do a website in Canva. Yeah. So that link, yes, I think what I was saying here was that this link was a link that we copied when we published a website. I can take this link and go to a website like the website is called bit.ly. When you get to bit.ly, you can create a simpler link, because this is too long for anybody to be able to remember. It's too much to put in the head. On bit.ly, you can convert it to a very simple link. I have links, for instance, links to my classes. They can be very long when I create the form, but by the time I'm sharing it with bit.ly. I'll just customize the name. So bit.ly gives you bit.ly as your domain, and then it gives you a / that you can then add whatever you want to add. So for instance, on bit.ly, I'm going to call it Esther Williams blog. So when I type this in there, if it's available, it will tell me. If it's already a name that somebody has used, I then have to change the name. But basically, I'm not showing you bit.ly today because that's another ballgame entirely. My aim was to show you how easy it is to create website in Canva, and how it can also be responsive, in that it can regenerate itself properly in another view. Now for us to see whatever updates we make here, we have to publish website again and republish, because if we are able to see what we have presently, what you will still be seeing is what was there before. All this name that we wrote, for instance, won't be showing. So I can republish a website, and then again I can copy the link and I can go through the website in preview. So anything you've learned previously in Canva, you can apply it to this. For instance, you can come to this one and say, for us to make any edit here, once we've published, we have to click edit design. You can come to this one now, and for instance, and say you want to make the corners round. You can come here also and maybe look for, let's say, square shadow. I'll go to graphics. I'll bring in a square shadow behind this video. I'll send it to the back layer, send to back, and it begins to look like a video that is floating. What I'm just trying to say is that you are not limited. The only thing that limits you in this work is how much or how wild you can think. It's up to you. All these links could be links to your anything else that you do, and that is it on how to create a website in Canva.